right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Christy Kruger. Here's a look at some of the stories making news on this Tuesday. A woman jumping out of a moving car after bullets went flying on I-95. This happened along the southbound lanes near Northwest 151st Street. Troopers say someone started shooting at a gray Infiniti. The passenger who jumped out was taken onto the hospital with road rash. The driver also made it to Jackson North, but in another twist, detectives found out that Infiniti matched the description of a car linked to a robbery. Police are now investigating all these moving pieces. And a deadly hit and run caught on camera, and the victim's family is hoping you can help track down the drivers behind it all. 46-year-old Yanitza Roques was struck while walking her dog last Thursday outside the Country Lake condos. This is at Northwest 67th Avenue at 169th Street. You can see her being run over by a driver making a U-turn, then again by a second driver. Her dog went airborne as well, but did survive. Police are still working to get a description of both of those vehicles. An investigation is underway after a truck driver was crushed to death on the job yesterday. Detectives say that 71-year-old Sylvester Ruliak was making a pickup at a warehouse in Pompano Beach on Monday when a stack of steel beams weighing more than 1,000 pounds fell on top of him. Broward Fire Rescue as well as technical teams spent hours at that scene working to get those heavy beams one by one off his body to recover his body.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
Broward School Superintendent Robert Runcie receiving his own report card, and all but one of the 9 school board members gave Runcie satisfactory remarks. The holdout was Lori Aldef, whose daughter was killed at Stoneman Douglas. Runcie's leadership overall was viewed as effective, but in need of some improvement. Some also found his communication skills lacking, and just like in last year's review, he was criticized for the slow progress on bond projects to renovate some of our older schools. As breaking news happens, we have you covered on air and online. Head to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates all day long.